Hey, it's Brett and Coach, and we are back at it, filling out more of our passport. We are in some part of Illinois, I don't know, I was asleep during the drive, to hit up 5 more breweries. We're at our first one, which is Skeleton Key. So it is a little bit more of a marathon day because Brian is driving. That means I have to taste test everything because don't drink and drive. So I have 2 tasters here. First up is Stewart Ave, which is an American porter coming in at 5.9%. Very much classic, little bit of chocolatey porter, very easy drinking. It's not bitter or overly powerful to make it difficult to get through. It's like you don't have to chew it. Crisp, light, refreshing. You could easily drink a handful of these, so I'd give this a 7.5. That's pretty solid. And then this is Penny Feather, which is a Clementine wheat ale coming in at 5.5%. Chuggable, a little citrusy from the Clementine, a little bit sweet. It's self-described as a patio beer. That is what this is. Should be drank on a patio. Would be perfect for being on a boat, too. Not the most intense flavor, but definitely a good time. I would also give this a 7.5. These two, very solid. I think we made great choices because I basically blindly picked off the menu. Also, it looks like there's some sort of event markety thing going on. And they have a whole back room back there, plus a patio on the other side. That is our first brewery down. The vibes in there, immaculate. I could see myself hanging out there if it was closer, but otherwise we are off to the second one, which is just down the road here in Darien, which is Miskatonic. Let's hope I'm pronouncing that correct. So we are out here on one of the patios here at Miskatonic, which is actually a reference to H.P. Lovecraft, so that makes a little bit more sense, especially with the logo. We have 2 of them that I'm going to try. The first one is called Dank and Danker, which is actually a collab with Skeleton Key. So that was kind of a fun little thing to discover that we went back to back. So let's try this West Coast IPA. It smells like it's going to be dank and danker. Not the biggest fan of IPAs overall. It's not bad. I think it drinks cleanly. It is a little bit on the bitter side for me. I guess you would describe it as dank because I don't really have a better word for it. I'd probably give it a 6.5. Brian would probably appreciate this more than me, but because, again, he's driving, can't really have too much, if at all. But what I am excited for is our second one. This is Chimera Cub, which is a peanut butter cup stout. That smells delicious. Chocolate peanut butter pie type scent to it. The smell is more peanut butter than the taste. It is good. I've had better stouts of this variety, specifically Hop Butcher of the World. I think that takes it compared to this, but has a great mouthfeel, solid flavor, not disappointed at all. It's just maybe a little bit outclassed, but I would give it an 8. It is delicious. I think they're doing a great job, and they did have a different stout which was just chocolate, but for flavors I think I prefer peanut butter a little bit more, so I'm glad with my 2 choices. And on to our third stop, which is Black Horizon. We're making pretty solid time because we didn't know how long everything was going to take, especially like the distance between them. And we didn't know like how many I would have. So I've been trying to limit to 2 so we aren't out in the burbs until like 7 or 8 p.m. That's a bit much for a Sunday, but about 30 minutes at each, catch the vibes, chill on the patio, and taste some beers. So I think I do prefer Skeleton Key as my favorite out of the 2, but we will see if that holds up when we go to the next brewery. Between here and Black Horizon, it is about an 8-minute drive, so all 3 of them are super close together, so if you ever do want to hop between them, easy way to do so. I got 2 of them to try. Their smallest pours were 8 ounce, so that is what I'm committing to. So we are starting off with Stealing Sunshine, which is a blood orange sour coming in at 5.4%. A little bit of a sweet sour smell to it, so I'm having big hopes for this. Oh wow, I think this is the best beer that has had blood orange flavor in it. Typically I see flavors like that as gimmicky. This drinks like juice. This might take the cake for the best thing that I've had today. I'd give it an 8.5. That's super juicy, not too sour, goes down easily. Great for the patio that I'm on. And then this is Walk the Plank, which is an Imperial Red. And the bartender was saying this was voted last year as the best red ale in Illinois. A lot of hype up for this beer. Smooth, simple, crisp, not bitter at all like some red ales can be. It's a classic take on it that's elevated. I'd give this a 7.5. I would like maybe a little bit more of a punch, but I understand why this was voted the way it was. Well-rounded without being off-putting. I thought it was just going to be a typical garagey type of thing, but I think the people really made that. The bartender was super nice, telling us about the beer. We bought some to go and was chatty, as well as the 2 couples that were also sitting out on the patio with us. First of all, one of them, thank you so much for the free pizza. They ordered a pizza. It was like a thin crust one that they just threw in the pizza oven type of deal. They said they couldn't eat it all, so they offered it to us as a snack. It's exactly what I needed to keep going, so shout out to y'all. Sorry I didn't get your name. As well as the other couple that was just starting their beer passport journey. They said they hit about 10 of them, which most of them were in the Fulton Market area, which were the ones that we hit, like Haymarket, Goose Island, Guinness, those type of thing. So make sure you watch those videos because I've already checked those off the list. But for now, we're headed to our next brewery, which is Imperial Oak, which we did go to the Brookfield LaGrange location already. So I'm guessing it's going to be fairly similar vibes, so it might be a little bit brief when it comes to filming there. And overall, I would say Black Horizon takes the cake for best beer so far. But I really love the taproom vibes of Skeleton Key, so let's see how these next 2 fare in comparison. At Imperial Oak, this is their second location that we are visiting. Got 2 sours this time. First up, which is the beer that probably has the longest name that I have ever seen for a beer. I literally have to read it off Brian's phone because there's zero way that I'm going to remember this. It is a peach brandy barrel-aged apricot gold lambic-inspired sour golden ale. I don't know if there is a way to shorten that or not, but it is coming in at 7.5%. It does have that saison-y funk scent to it that I enjoy. Ooh. Tart, apricot-y, peachy, has a good funk to it. Very much right up my alley. Almost drinks juice or Kool-Aid-y, which is a definite plus. A part of the process was aging it in peach brandy barrels that really brought out the flavor. I am over the moon with this. I would probably give this an 8.5. Exactly what I'm looking for in a beer like this. And then this is Straw, which is a fodder-aged Brett Saison. So I kind of had to get it for obvious reasons. And it's at 6%. I hope this is even remotely as good as the previous one. A lot smoother, still has a little bit of that funk to it. Not as overpowering though. It's more of the cleaner younger cousin of the first one, but I would still give it a 7. We are on to our final stop, wrapped up at Imperial Oak. Now we're going to one Allegiance, I would like to first start out by shouting out the staff. We ordered Brian's non-alcoholic beer and then my 2 5-ounces, and she comped the 2 5-ounces for us. Like, I was fully willing to pay. She's like, nope, on us today. Thank you so much for that. It could be because I asked for the porter, and unfortunately that was out, so I opted for the Mexican lager, Solicito, which is 5.1%. I asked what she recommended or what was the most popular, and this being a limited release, she definitely suggested this one. Bright, clean, easy, refreshing. It's a Mexican lager. It's exactly what I expected it to be. It's not super bold. It's not super deep or complex. Perfect for the patio. Insanely chuggable. I'd give it a 7. It's fine. Above average, but I'm not going out of my way to get it. And coming in at 9% is the Coconut Rambler, which is a stout. Not as intense of a smell. Very thin. I don't get coconut at all, to be honest. It does have that metallic-y stout taste a little bit. The bar today was set very high. This may be the worst thing I've had today. I'd probably give it a 5. I just expected a little bit more. I'll drink it and be perfectly fine, but I don't think I'd order it again. And with these 5 breweries today, that takes us up to 31 stickers. So also comment down below, how many stickers do you think I will end up with from now and the passport ends August 9th. With my final 2 tasters done, this is the end of another Brett and Coach video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel for more of these videos, and comment down below what part of Illinois I should visit next for the breweries. And with that being said, I will see you next time in Coach.